Why? What happened? Well, when things were great, dopamine was in my system. So I couldn't stop thinking about her. I used to think about her a lot. Like she was always on my mind, guys. And I wanted to be around her all the time. And touching her skin was like, whoa, what an amazing feeling. What the? It was like the best feeling ever. But when the feelings got pulled away, what was the interpretation in my mind? I'm not going to get the same feeling anymore. I'm not going to be able to see the person. Now somebody else taking that feeling. So I freaked out. I'm like, yo, no, please don't do this. Don't, like, I'm hurting. Have you ever been in love before? Have you ever experienced that intense feeling? Real talk. If you've been in love before, you know exactly what I'm talking about, especially when it comes to your, let's say, your first love, the very first time it happened. I'm not talking about the second time you fell in love with someone or the third time. No, it's not going to be the same exact intense feeling. Never going to happen. You only you only gonna trigger the same exact cell, the same exact feeling. Even if you're with someone new or whatever, yeah, you'll create some sort of interpretation, but you're still gonna aim to get to retrieve the same exact cell, to stimulate the same exact feeling. It's the reason people always searching for love. They're always looking for someone to love them. They want to experience the same exact feeling. Okay, so now when she said to me that, oh, I'm sorry, I'm not interested in you like that anymore. I'm interested in someone else. It was the chemical withdrawal. Like thinking like, yo, hold up, man, the chemical's gone. I'm not gonna get that chemical anymore. It's the same way a drug addict, when you take away the drug from the drug addict, what's going to happen? The withdrawal. The drug addict starts shaking, start crying. No, I need it. I need it. I can't function without it. It's the same exact thing with love. It's the reason when you see oxytocin, when people are in love, you will see the oxytocin in their system where they literally looking at each other, they staring, that glare with each other, they touching each other and they calling each other little names like baby, oh sweetheart type of thing. It's the same thing we call a kid, like a baby, our kids, like you will be like, oh sweetheart, honey. But when it comes to our lover, we use the same exact terminology, the same exact name, the same exact symbol, because it's oxytocin, it's the connection. Dopamine gives you that drive to be with that person, and it's a very intense feeling. The way you love your kid and the way you love your lover or someone you're like lust or something, very different. You have more oxytocin for your kid, the connection. But you have oxytocin, dopamine, all kinds of mixture of like chemicals, the same exact chemical I would say cocaine would produce or any type of stimulant will produce in your system or would generate in your system. The same exact, but the only difference, cocaine or any kind of drug stimulant, the voltage stronger. Well, I would say when someone's super, super in love or obsessed with someone, it's the same exact, the similarity there, guys, exact same chemicals. Remember, you have drugs in your system already. You have natural drug in your system. But the crazy part, hate, love and hate, they're very similar. If someone obsessed with you, super obsessed, that's not a good thing. It's a dangerous thing, actually. Very, very dangerous. Because the chemical can switch at any time. And that person can become extremely dangerous. When someone has obsessive disorder, that's a very, like, we know what it is. So it's the same thing when someone in love with you and the person is obsessed with you. Can't stop thinking about you. You're running through the person's mind all the time. The person wants you. Oh shit. Yes. The person want to keep you. So when people obsess to that level, they can become extremely dangerous. It's where you have jealousy. Think about when someone obsessed with someone look at that person, the person ready to fight, ready to explode. All kinds of like what do you call it? Accusing the person of doing something that's actually not real. If the person imagine losing you, that's a big problem. It's going to be a whole different chemical. And the person can become berserk, like literally super dangerous. So there's no big difference between cocaine and love. They're the same exact chemical, guys. Same exact chemical pattern. So when you think about it, you do have natural drugs in your system. If you can trigger them naturally by achieving a goal, once you achieve a goal, you're gonna have dopamine in your system. You're gonna feel motivated to achieve another goal, to get another dosage. And you're gonna keep on going. It's the reason people always aiming to get rich. They work very hard to get rich because they want to reach that ladder. Every time they achieve a goal, it feels good. They jump to the next one. Feels good, moving up, moving up. Not knowing, the brain always calibrates itself. The feeling always jump right back to normal, right back to its resting state for you to experience a different set of feeling. How are you supposed to focus on different things if you only experiencing one thing? Okay, so I want you to imagine you being a millionaire or a trillionaire or something. I'm not being a trillionaire in your head, in my head, it's going to be the best feeling. It's going to be the amazing feeling all of us striving for. But the minute you achieve it, you achieve that goal, you get the dopamine hit, you will feel good. After a while, the feeling will fade away. The chemicals will go back to the resting state. And if you keep on overstimulating the same thing, the receivers will become less sensitive, which means you're going to need more to trigger the same exact feeling. People, let's say they go and they do their plastic surgery thinking like, okay, if I get a little plastic surgery to look good, to look beautiful or something like that, yeah, I'll be happy for the rest of my life. Happiness will come to me and things will go right for the rest of my life. They go, plastic surgery, grab the knife, chisel the face. Okay, well, I look good. You will feel happy. You will experience the happiness. But for how long? It's not going to last long. The cell will always go back to its resting state, which means that little happiness you have, it's a fleeting feeling. It will fade away with time. The chemical will literally clean itself between the system to go right back to the resting state, like to go right back to the cell to rest and wait to be triggered again. But the more, keep in mind, the brain calibrates itself, guys. Do not forget about the calibration. It's the adaptation. We get used to things. The pleasure chemical not going to remain in the system for you to remain happy forever. It's not going to do that. It will go away. And once it go away and you're going to aim for it, you're going to want it again. You're going to be like, whoa, what was that feeling? It's a good feeling. I want that. I need it. Let me go for it again. But not knowing, the brain will calibrate itself and the cell will become less sensitive. It's the reason We want more of this, more of that, and hoping that thing will bring you happiness.